your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they're taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, Riley, who look like a much different team now than they did maybe 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, maybe even a week ago. I don't know. I don't know what's happened with Philly. It seems like they've melted down a little bit. There's been rumors of players only meetings. There's been rumors of AJ Brown being a locker room cancer. You know, my ears perk up when I hear there's drama going on in the locker room. But you, at the beginning of the year, you came to Carter and I, and you said, word for word, well, my Bucs, there's nothing here this year. I'm officially a Lions fan. And now you find yourselves in the NFC Wildcard, just as our Detroit Lions do. The people need to know, are you a Bucs fan or are you a Lions fan this weekend?
I've been a Bucks fan again since like they blew out the Saints in week 3.
Okay.
When that was what won me back in. I will say since then, I literally oscillated. How do you like that word? Oscillated back and forth probably like 40 times, whether or not I just wanted them to win this terrible division or tank for a quarterback. And eventually I got to a point when they beat the Packers, I was like, all right, we might as well just win this like awful division. So honestly, yeah, I'm feeling about as good as I can considering Baker Mayfield is my quarterback and Todd Bowles is my coach.
Which one of those two things concerns you more?
Bowles. Actually, no, Bowles has been good recently. He's been a lot more aggressive. And the offense that our offensive coordinator, Dave Canales, came over from Seattle this past year, and he helped Geno Smith and Baker Mayfield have career years, which is pretty special. So, yeah, I would be feeling better if I thought Baker was healthy. He looked really, really bad against the Panthers. And I know what the numbers say. Like the numbers are hilarious about the Panthers that their like pass defense was kind of good this year, and that it was really their rush defense that was just awful when really it was like the pass numbers were low because teams could run on them. So that's where I would say, like, yeah, Baker did not inspire confidence in his really the last two games, both against the Saints and the Panthers. Missed Mike Evans on a what would have been like a walk-in touchdown in Carolina. So hopefully, it's a Monday night game, maybe an extra day to recover helps his. I think it's both his shoulder and the lower body issue. Because yeah, if he can be back to what he looked like against both the Packers and the Jaguars leading up to those last two games, I would feel really confident that the Bucks get the win. I mean, because the Eagles have looked awful and it's in Tampa.
Interesting, spicy. I just realized I got it wrong too. I thought this game was the Sunday afternoon game, not the Monday game. So I
Yeah.
completely led that in wrong. So okay, here's where my head is at. Bucks have won 5 of 6. Did it look pretty down the stretch? No. The Eagles have lost 2 straight to teams that I think were trying to lose. I mean, maybe not. The Giants looked like they were up for that final game, but like I don't think Arizona wanted to win the game that they won against Philly. And it takes a lot to lose a game like that. Kyler Murray kind of went crazy, but it's a football team who could just flip a switch and win the Super Bowl in
Yeah.
Philly. Like I'm never gonna doubt Jalen Hurts like that after the run they made last year through the NFC, but it feels like something is so off with this group right now. And I do think, like, no matter what our concerns are with Baker, I think he's the quarterback who could take advantage of a team like that. Like, isn't he
hmm
kind of a big game guy?
Yeah, and I think again, like that Eagles secondary, the whole defense has been awful since Matt Patricia assumed whatever role he did.
Dude.
Um, they're not really getting to the quarterback. The secondary's vulnerable. And again, like Baker's two best games were against very similar defenses that have just been in shambles with like the Packers and the Jaguars who I already mentioned. And on the other side, I don't think anybody really knows how good the Bucks D line is. They have two rookies, Kalijah Cansey out of Pitt, who has been he might not be the flashiest player, but he's really fast, can collapse the pocket. They have Vita Vea, who's just like a 350-pound monster who's super mobile and can shut down the run as well. And they have this rookie Yaya Diaby who played at Louisville. Did you ever watch him there?
I remember the name for sure. I do not remember any specific moment that I watched him though.
Yeah, I can't say I really remember him at Louisville either, but he wears number 0 and he has 7.5 sacks on the season, which leads all rookies. And then you still have Shaq Barrett on the other side, at like on the other edge, who, he slowed down a little bit. He's getting a little bit older, but he's been there before. He has 2 Super Bowl rings and has upped his game in the playoffs the past 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I This is the most toss-up game to me of Wild Card weekend. Um, you could tell me this is a Bucs blowout, and I would believe you because all signs point to Philly being in shambles and they're on the road. You could tell me this is a Philly blowout, and I would believe you because at their best, I think they're the best team in the NFC, other than San Francisco. But I still think if both teams played their A plus game, I think I would trust the Eagles. As crazy as that sounds.
It's kind of crazy.
Well, is it though? Is it though? Because like
AJ Brown hasn't been that guy in like a month, dude.
I know, but the A plus game assumes that he is.
I guess that's fair. I just don't see. I like
I
same
mean,
thing
the
with
Niners
Stephon Diggs.
smoked
Like,
Philly. The Niners smoked Philly 42-19 this season. So it's probably fair to say San Fran's the best team. But there was a stretch before that game. Like Philly's schedule was loaded, man. They had to play
mhm.
Dallas, Kansas City, Buffalo back to back to back. They go 3-0 in that span. They blew out the Dolphins 2 weeks before that. And then
Forgot
they
about
get blown
that.
out by San Fran. So like I
Mhm,
feel like we've seen this team be special against great teams this season
mhm.
already. But with that said, I think all signs point to implosion from Philly, and I'm taking your Tampa Bay Bucks to win this game outright. What is your prediction, Riley?
Oh gosh, man. I like don't. I think the Bucks get it done too. I just think it's gonna be ugly. I think it's gonna be like a even with maybe now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like I just said all this stuff about how bad the Eagles defense is. My gut was gonna be for, like the Bucks to win 17-14 or something, but I'll go like 24-17 for the Bucks. I think they get it done by a touchdown, and the defense comes up clutch. Jalen Hurts with the finger issue, maybe throws a pick to my guy Antoine Winfield, best safety in the league, who's just causes havoc every single drive. Love that dude. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with my Bucks.
Okay. Yeah, +3. You're catching points with Tampa. For the record, I think you're going to be down 3 points with 2 minutes left in this game. I think Baker Mayfield legacy drive, and I think Mike Evans is the story of this game. I think like
Mm.
150 yards, 2 touchdowns for Mikey in this one. Give me the Bucks.